What's going on, Not Move Nation? Welcome to the Not Move podcast. Today's February 15th at 6:51 p.m. What's going on, guys? I'm here with JB, A Train, Southgate, Coach Common. Just doing a little throwback episode today. Southgate, Coach Common, take us back, man.
What's up?
Who
How
were the
far back
players?
you want to go?
Who were the who were the players you guys were watching, growing up? What got you guys into football?
Well, let me see.
Copy, you want to go first or?
Yeah, I'll go first. Let me see. I can tell you. Well, in my house, we're all Steeler fans. Everybody with the same last name as me is a Steeler fan. My grandfather made sure of that. So I grew up watching nothing but Steeler football. So Jack Lambert, Jack Ham. I always wanted to be like Mean Joe Green, but I didn't want to like copy Mean Joe Green. So since I was born in '74 and Mean Joe Green was '75, so I made my number 1974. So when I played, my number was 74 all the time. On every level I ever played on, my name every year my number was 74. But yeah, I grew up watching, LC Greenwood and the lineman because I was a lineman. So LC Greenwood, the White, Mean Joe. I mean, I also like Ed Too Tall Jones. Uh, who else? I saw a little bit of Alan Page, a little bit of Deacon Jones. You know what I mean? All those guys. Howie Long. I grew up, idolizing all those guys. I was a lineman. Of course, Reggie White.
Cool, man. Cool. What about you, Southgate?
Well, I started off, believe it or not, as as a Redskin fan, even though they're called the Commanders now, because of John Riggins. And I always wanted to play fullback, so they got me to organize football and said, "Get your fat ass into offensive guard." And what happened was Riggins kind of retired after the '83 Super Bowl, so I guess I was more of a Riggins fan than anything, and then I was just a football fan, and the first real team I fell in love with was the Broncos. Watching the drive, watching Elway drive 98 yards to win the AFC Championship game after Ernest Biner fumbled.
That was against Cleveland, right?
Yep, and that's what made me a Bronco fan from there. And then when I played high school ball, was in the early '90s. So like I said, I played offensive guard, and I took number 61 for Nate Newton on Dallas, but Dallas had the best offensive line at the time, and Nate Newton was a beast. I enjoyed watching them block. Learned a lot from them. That's pretty much how I got into football.
Cool, man. Yeah, my first memories of football were the Broncos beating the Packers in a Super Bowl. I think it was in 1998. Um, they had John Elway, Rod Smith, Terrell Davis, Ed McCaffrey, Christian McCaffrey's dad.
Yep.
So, those are pretty much my first memories. What about you, A Train? I know you're a Broncos fan. Did you catch that Super Bowl?
Oh,
Or
yeah, I did. Yeah, we went back to back. So obviously, we played the Packers first, and then we played the Falcons. It was huge for the city of Denver because the
Hey,
Broncos had
Trey.
never. Yeah, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
All right, but yeah, it
I can't
started.
hear it, Trey.
Well, you need to listen better. Just joking. And then, yeah, so it was big for the city of Denver. I remember as a kid, people were flipping cars upside down, climbing street lights. It was a big deal for the city of Denver when we won our first Super Bowl in '97, and then we went back to back in '98. So it was a big deal for just my city in general. And like you, because we're around the same age, that was one of the most fond memories I have when I was younger. Uh, I always idolized the number 24. I started out playing baseball. Ken Griffey Jr. was like my idol. And then as I got older and started playing cornerback in high school, I started idolizing guys like Ty Law and Charles Woodson and Champ Bailey. So that was like more my era. I'm not quite as unk as the other two below me.
Yeah, for sure, man. What about you, JB? What got you into football, man? Who were the first players you remember, man? The first team, the first Super Bowl. JB?
Very interesting.
But as you can hear me,
Yeah, I can hear you.
I
Yeah.
didn't hear a word A-Train just said.
I heard A Train. I'm having a trouble hearing JB though. You
I was
there,
I don't
about
hear
to
JB?
say,
JB either.
is JB talking? I don't know if JB's
I
talking.
hear Common. Trey, talk again?
Oh, JB just dropped.
Mic check. Mic check.
Yeah, I
Nothing.
can't hear Trey.
Yeah, I think JB's in motion. I think
Oh,
JB's in motion. So
yeah, hear me?
Yep.
Now
yeah,
I
we
hear
got
you.
you
All right,
now. We got you
all
now,
right.
doggy.
Yeah. So crazy. My first Super Bowl that I remember watching is was at my grandfather's. It was what 97, 98 was Denver and Green Bay, and man, I couldn't figure out why my team couldn't be in the Super Bowl. Like why, you know what I mean? Like I just could never make it. You know, but no, dude. Like I fell in love with it like probably around that time, just the sport. Um, my favorite player that really drew me to football was kind of crazy. I don't know why. I think it was just because I ran into him a lot when I was a child. It was Eric Warfield for the Chiefs. He was a cornerback, number 44. And I ran into him a lot at the airports and just out on with my dad. My dad's the one that really got me into football, you know. But yeah, and then like, you know, growing up in high school and shit like that, man, just hanging out and with you and G Buds and everybody, like, man, my favorite quarterback though, I'll say was Brett Favre. Um and I don't know, dude. I don't know why. I don't know why I grew to. I think it was just the style of play that Brett had, and the toughness, and nothing could keep the guy down, and I think that was pretty admirable.
Yeah, man.
Well,
I
believe
remember.
it or not, Common, I was a big Barry Foster fan.
Yo, I used to love Barry the Banana Foster, man.
Yeah.
It
Then he
was that,
signed
hey,
that deal
yo,
and just
you
retired.
know, that was during the time of the artificial turf days, man,
Yep.
where it was like carpet.
Like
And
concrete.
when I try to tell you that those fields destroyed so many careers, like,
Yep.
because medical science it wasn't, you know, isn't where it wasn't where it is now. So a lot of them blown ACLs and MCLs and all this stuff that guys come back from in 9 months, 10 months now. Those shits were career-ending injuries back in that time.
Yeah.
Like dog, like if you blew your knee out like to a certain extent, you were done. You were never playing again. And and man, listen, Three Rivers Stadium, because we shared the field with the Pittsburgh Pirates. So all they would do is roll the carpet over the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Roll the carpet over the dirt, over the dirt when it was football game, and roll it back up when it was a baseball game. And it actually had like rivets in it, like in carpet, like it had like little rivets, like where it connected at. And man, these guys' cleats used to get caught in there, man, and their foot would get caught in it. Like I remember Kijana Carter from Penn State?
Yeah.
First preseason game, I think he was I don't know if he was 1 or 2, but he
He
was
went to
very
the
high in the
Jets, didn't
draft.
he?
No, he went to the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, that's right. He went to the Bengals.
Went to the
Yes,
Bengals and blew his knee out first
that's Blair
preseason.
Thomas. I'm thinking went to the Jets.
Yeah, yeah, Blair Thomas. Yeah, first preseason game, blew his knee out. First preseason game, blew his knee out.
Same thing Icky Woods did.
Right in the same carpet at the same field, yo.
Yep.
Man, them fields used to be, man. Them fields used to man, they blew so many. I'm telling you, it ended so many careers in those carpets. It was ridiculous.
Now, did players back when you guys were growing up, did they have less padding, less protective equipment? I mean, you guys didn't see these Guardian caps that they're wearing nowadays. What do you guys
No,
think
as a
about
matter of fact, you guys bring up the Broncos Super Bowl. I remember the second to last play when Atwater just mollywopped to the receiver and the cornerback, and he knocked himself out cold. And all three of them had to be taken off the field.
I mean, there's certain padding that they don't even sell anymore. Like, see, as a coach, I had to completely relearn the game of football because I can't teach the game of football now how I was taught to play. It's illegal. I'd be in court. I'd be in court with charges because we were taught to bring our forearms up. If you watch any old football, you'll see that they had arm pads that went from the top of their knuckles, all the way to their all the way to their elbow.
Yes.
It was a sleeve pad. You would slide it all the way on. You would slide it on. And most linemen all wore those pads because we was taught to bring our forearm and smash our forearm into your face mask. Like that's what we were taught to bring our forearm into your face mask.
I was taught to bring my forearm under the defensive tackle shoulder pads.
You know what I mean? We were taught and then rake it up. Like if you were a defensive lineman, you were taught to blast that in the offensive lineman's face mask and then rake your forearm up. Like one day I'll never forget, I was sitting there eating breakfast and my mom said, "Boy, what is wrong with your arms?" And I'm like, "Nothing, Mom, it's football." And that day, we went to the sporting goods store and bought 2 sleeves, one for each.
Yeah, remember those sleeves? Come, used to have the hands with the finger holes in them.
Yeah, and they don't even sell them no more. You can't even find them, and that's because the game is completely taught different now. But you can't even find those full sleeves all the way up from the hand all the way up to the elbow.
That's crazy. You guys they were breeding unalivers right from there, just straight killers.
So what do you guys think about the protective equipment now? Do you guys think that these players now are a little bit softer than the ones back then? What do you guys think about these new Guardian caps, these big old cushions?
Me personally, if the Guardian cap helps them, I mean, God bless. I think they're the doofiest looking things in the world. I really can't look at them. It looks like an alien head or something. I don't know what it is, but I mean, it's like the helmet almost looks fake.
Yeah, he calls him every time he gets the ball. You'll see Romeo Dobbs gets the ball, and Southgate goes, "There goes Megamind."
Yeah, what is that, man?
Who was that, Megamind? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, see, look, I use them at practice, but I use them for the linemen. You know, the linemen had the most helmet-to-helmet contact than anybody because they usually collide right off the line of scrimmage. So I'll use it at practices. If the kids wish to use them during the game, by all means, they can use them. I'm not going to tell them that they can't. Me, myself, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Just like if you're a police officer, right? There's certain hazards that come with the job. You're aware of these hazards. You sign up for these hazards when this becomes your career, when this becomes your life. Listen, if you're worrying about getting injured, worrying about getting hurt, then you shouldn't be playing football. Because you can't worry you can't worry about getting injured and play football. You can't the one thing you cannot do is play not to get hurt. When you play not to get hurt, the only thing that's going to happen is you're either going to get hurt or get somebody else hurt. That's the reason. That's the reason I stopped. That's the reason I stopped playing because after my knee got discombobulated, and I came back. I no longer like at one point in time, if somebody as a lineman, we always got cut block. So when you would go for my legs, when you would go try to take my legs out, what I would do is I would try to drive my knee into the ear hole of your helmet and try to knock your equilibrium off and knock you out the game. That's what I used to do. But then after I hurt my knee, every time somebody went after my legs, I would stop and pull up and put the knee down. So now I'm playing not to get hurt. Once I realized I couldn't play like I was before, I couldn't be my old reckless abandon, having no regard for my body. Once I couldn't play like that no more, there was no point in me playing.
Then you look at some guys like you guys know I'm a tremendous Atwater fan, and that came with the first. It was like one of the first mic'd up games I seen on Monday night with the Christian Okoye hit, and he tackled him and he helped Okoye up, and I'll never forget Carl Mecklenburg came screaming in his face. Was like Atwater's second year. He's going, "What are you helping him up for? He's the enemy." And Atwater said, "Man, get out my face. I'm helping him up because I'm going to knock him right back down." And 2 plays later, he went Okoye's in, and all of a sudden, you just seen the pop. And man, it was all mic'd up. I'll never forget that game.
Yeah, I definitely remember that game because I couldn't believe because at that point in time, Christian Okoye ran everything and everybody over.
Yep.
And when he went backwards, man, listen, I put it like this. That was the talk of the playground Tuesday morning before school.
Yeah.
That was the talk of the courtyard before school, dog. Did you see that Atwater hit on Christian Okoye? The Nigerian Nightmare got knocked out. Like, we were like, that was the talk of the playground before school.
Yeah, that hit was crazy.
What about you, A-Train? What player just stood out to you? What performance? What game? What team, man?
Well, as I look back at just memories and fond memories I have of the NFL, there's always certain
I'm gonna
spots
leave.
where
I
I'm
don't know if I'm
I
cutting off
totally
A-Train. I'm
remember
gonna
that.
leave and come back because I can't hear him.
Okay. So some of the stuff that I remember, I'll never forget when Randy Moss mooned the Green Bay crowd.
Oh yeah.
Joe Horn when he signed the football, T.O. spiking the ball on the star, when he threw all that popcorn in his face. I'll never forget the Andre Johnson, Cortland Finnegan fist fight.
That fight.
Yeah, those are just some fond memories I have. Trying to think of some other ones that those ones just completely stick out in my mind because they just are something you just don't usually see, and they really are a fond memory that I have. We were talking about this in a live was the matchup between Randy Moss and Darrelle Revis. That was a good one to watch. Norman got into a lot of scuffles with people, and I love the wide receiver cornerback scuffles. And I remember when him and Odell would go at it, and just certain matchups that I just really enjoyed seeing, just certain things that will never escape my mind. Huge plays, Tennessee, when they fell that yard short, I'll never forget when they fell that. Yeah, I'll never forget that play. That'll always stick in my head. The reach out, not getting it, game over. you know, there's just certain things that'll always just kind of stick in my head, and those are just some fond moments that I have that I'll never forget as a football fan, and I really
That was the
enjoyed
Kevin
seeing.
Dyson catch.
Yeah, and we talked about it before too. The big games, like JB had mentioned about Brett Favre, like after his father had passed away and he had that huge game, his wife had
Yeah.
breast cancer,
Yeah,
and
I didn't even think he was gonna play that game.
you know what I
Oh, dude,
mean?
them games, dude. I think he had the best games of his actual career when he actually played on those stars. Because I think he threw like he was against the Raiders. He threw 400 yards and like 4 or 5 touchdowns, something like that. Like 5 incompletions.
Yep.
Insane.
And then another one I'll never forget is that crackback block Juju put on the Bengals linebacker. What the fuck was his name? I can't even think of it off the top of my head. Because all the dirty hits he had on Antonio Brown, and Juju
Perfect.
finally,
Perfect.
yeah, Vontez perfect, yeah, and he finally got that crackback and really leveled him on that play. I'll never forget when they got a little justice back for Antonio. And since we're on Antonio, I'll never forget him quitting in the middle of a game, throwing his jersey off. Uh, one that I think,
Actually,
one that I think we'll talk about for years is Richardson quitting on his team and pulling himself out of the game. We'll
actually,
never.
A Train, you made me think of someone. Maybe you guys remember who did it. But I remember when Anquan Bolden got mollywopped and got
Ooh.
his jaw broken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Kurt Warner threw that pass to him. They were
Yeah,
on the
but who
Cardinals.
was the player that hit him?
I don't remember,
I
but
think it was on Monday night. Or
I
it
ended
was
up
a
meeting.
playoff game or something.
Yeah, I ended up meeting Kurt Warner out in training camp. Have you guys ever met any football players?
Oh
Yeah, I
JB?
yeah,
met
yeah.
Joe Montana actually.
No, actually being and growing up in Atlantic City, as far as Eagles, I meet them all the time. Like Seth Joyner, John Jaworski, Harry Carmichael. Like all they always frequently came down. They would be on the boardwalk or something like that. You would bump into them. But as far as Steelers, I met Franco Harris, Levon Kirkland. He was a big mother. Oh my God, Levon Kirkland.
Carvin
Levon
Franco
Kirkland was,
Harris, biggest head on a man you've ever seen.
huh? Yeah, Franco Derry had a big
His
ass
head
head.
looks like a Guardian
Yo,
cap.
hey yo, but now listen, I met Franco Harris. I met Franco when I was 12.
Guardian cap.
I met Franco when I was 12 in the mall. He was looking for a Voltron for his son. It was right around
Tell me the
Christmas time.
truth. He told you he didn't catch it, right?
Hey yo, Franco, and listen, what did the ref call? I keep trying to tell you. What did the refs call? Refs call catch and a touchdown. I got nothing to do with anything else. That's all I'm trying to tell you. I got
Oh
nothing to
man.
do with anything else. But Franco used to own the Wendy's down here in South Jersey. He owned the Wendy franchise, all the Wendy's in Absecon, New Jersey, Northfield, New Jersey. There was another one, somewhere else, but his brother used to manage him. So he used to always be down here all the time. And I met him in the mall. He was looking for
It's
a
actually
Voltron
funny.
toy.
Do you guys remember Inside the NFL?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, well,
Oh, yeah.
remember that they did the segment Where Are They Now?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yep.
There was a lineman off the first two Green Bay Super Bowl teams, and he was actually the guy that opened up Taco Bell.
Wow.
I forget the guy's name, but you could Google it. But he was the one that originally opened up the Taco Bells.
Do you,
That's
Mary, do,
crazy.
do you remember Clarence K, the tight end that we used to have, Southgate?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, I'm actually friends with his nephew.
Really?
Yeah, so I
Oh,
got to meet him. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it
that's
at that.
fire.
He's
What
just
about
not.
you, JB?
That's fire. Ah,
JB?
man. Yeah, dude, I've met a lot of Kansas City Chiefs players. I met Eric Warfield numerous times in the airport, just around town. Um, I went to back in Jared Allen and oh man, Dante Hall was actually the guy. Well, actually, Jared Allen was the guy that hosted the Kansas City Chiefs locker room shows. They would record them on Wednesday, every Wednesday at the Nebraska Furniture Mart, and he was the host. And then they would bring in, another player of the week or whatever. And then when he got traded, when they got rid of him for his Deweys, Dante Hall took over. Well, I went when Dante Hall took over, dude. I met Larry Johnson. I met Priest Holmes, Eddie Kennison, Johnny Morton, Tony Gonzalez, Jason Dunn. I met the whole offensive line. I didn't get the one I wish I would have met was like John Tate before he went to Del Bears. But
you bring up Dante Hall, man. That's one of the best plays I've ever seen in my life when he did that against Denver.
yeah,
You guys know what I'm talking about, where he cut back, runs backwards, and runs up the field.
The human joystick. That's where he
I was
earned that
about to
name
say
from,
that's
Zach.
where he got that name
That
from. That
is
from
where
that
he got
game.
that name from. Was from
The
that
human
game.
joystick. Chris Berman called him the
He
human
said,
joystick after that.
Damn, you're gonna do us like that, Betters. You're gonna do us like that, Betters. All right,
Oh, man.
since Betters threw that out there, do you guys remember Leon Lett? Do you guys remember Leon Lett at all?
Yeah, the big cat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I have some memorable
absolutely.
Leon Lett
Oh,
Dallas
yo, not
Cowboys
in the
memories.
snow, not the one in the snow, not the one in the snow.
You started this, Betters.
yo!
Well, listen. All right. Well, listen. Since the spotlight is on Betters, since the spotlight is on Betters, the first Super Bowl that I remember watching, because I remember my grandfather jumping up.
Yep.
So I forget my grandfather jumping up, happy as shit, when Jackie Smith dropped the pass in the end zone.
Dang it.
When the Steelers beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. and then we got the ball back. We scored. Dallas scored again, but they needed an onside kick, and they kicked the onside kick, and Rocky Bleier fell on it, and that was the end of their hopes and dreams. But yo, fun fact though, 25 Hall of Famers played in that game between the two teams. 25 players played. 25 of those players went to are in the Hall of Fame when you actually had to earn it.
And just to be straight up, like I was born in '86, so I'm definitely a '90s kid. The Cowboys were the shit in the '90s. I know it's been 30 years, but man, they were fucking fun to watch.
Hey yo, listen. Well, now they got their get back in '96. They got their get back in '96 thanks to Neil O'Donnell throwing two beautiful ass interceptions to Larry Brown.
Yeah,
right to him.
I remember that. Larry Brown was the last defensive guy named MVP in the Super Bowl. No, Von Miller.
Oh yeah, until Von. Well,
That's crazy.
Ray. Look, didn't Ray get it? Didn't Ray get it in 2000?
Don't know.
Who got it? Who got it in 2000? I thought Ray got it. I can't think of nobody else that would have got it in that game.
Jamal Lewis.
Nah.
He was a whole offense.
Yeah, but nah. That was a defense.
What was the final score of that Ravens Super Bowl?
I don't even know. If I'm not mistaken, I think didn't the Ravens defense score 2 touchdowns in that fucking game?
Who got MVP in the Tampa Bay Super Bowl? That's another one I'm curious about too with Brad Johnson.
You know what? I don't know. I can't remember who got that one either.
Anybody confused?
It was a defensive player. I think it was a safety or a corner.
You're talking about Tampa Bay and Baltimore Super Bowl?
No, Tampa Bay. Well,
Was
The Ravens
2002.
Ravens Super Bowl in 2000 and Tampa Bay Super Bowl in 2002 because they were both defense based teams. I'm trying to remember. I thought Ray Lewis got MVP for that Super Bowl.
He did against the Giants.
Yeah, against the Giants.
Yes. But then in 2002, who got the MVP?
I think the
Dexter.
edge rusher.
No, it was
I think-
Dexter something.
Rich Gannon.
Rich
what?
Gannon.
He got the regular season MVP, I guess.
Yeah, he got regular season MVP. Yeah, Rich Gannon was MVP of the league that year.
But Tampa Bay Super Bowl was a safety. It was a safety Dexter, I think.
That was the year of the tuck rule. That's the year the tuck rule came into play.
Yep. That'd been
No, not that year. Year after. Year before.
Well, it's when they actually used the tuck rule.
Yeah. Because the year before is when it came in because
99.
because the Raiders were supposed to have beaten.
My cousin John was the biggest Raiders fan on 2 feet. I'll never forget his face.
I'll also never forget when the lights went out in that Super Bowl.
Yo,
that was crazy.
I remember being 10 years old. My parents took me out to Disney World, right? We went out to Disney World, went out to Florida, and my dad went downstairs, and football's getting ready to kick off. My dad's big into football. You know, he went downstairs to go read the newspaper, and front cover of the newspaper, Bill Romanowski rips his teammate's helmet off and beats the daylights out of him, broke his orbital socket and all this shit. During practice, bro. During practice.
Yeah, I remember that. that. Hey, Romanowski's really paying for it, but he's paying for how he used to play.
There's only two crazy things than the lights going out in sports that I remember. Was this is just in sports in general. If anybody remembers watching the World Series and the earthquake happened.
Oh, when the earthquake, dog, remember that?
Yep.
We're watching that. We're watching the game. Like, why is the camera shaking? We're like, why is the camera?
Yep.
What's wrong with the cameraman? We're like, what's wrong with the cameraman?
And you guys as old heads would know. You guys remember when John Lennon got assassinated?
I did.
Actually,
it was all over the news. I remember that.
They
it was during
interrupted
football,
Monday
right?
Night Football.
It was during Monday Night Football, right?
Yep. I was watching it with my brothers.
I remember that.
And then the other thing I remember was Game 7, Knicks Bulls gets interrupted over the fucking OJ chase.
Oh yeah, that's memorable.
I wanted to lose my mind.
I was about to
I was
ask
like,
you guys,
catch this mother jumper already.
How good was O.J. Simpson? I mean,
how good was the juice?
Listen. When they said the juice is loose, the juice was loose, dog. Like, listen. He was that guy on the football field. He was that guy. And the crazy thing is, he was like, perfect example. He was Barry Sanders at the Detroit Lions. That's how Buffalo was when OJ played. All they had was Barry. All they had was OJ. That was it. That was all.
I wanted to pinpoint what your guys' thoughts were on like the most memorable catch that I have is obviously Odell Beckham on Monday Night Football, right? That's probably the most memorable catch I have. And then the most memorable not catches is probably Dez Bryant and Calvin Johnson, right?
Oh man.
Yeah, that Calvin Johnson. The Calvin Johnson one was just disgusting.
Dude, me and Better were watching that up at Hooters. It was week 1. We were watching that shit up at Hooters, dog. We were up in Hooters, bro. And like we both needed that catch and the touchdown, and neither one happened. It was like Dude, it was the most diabolical shit ever, bro. Like that shit was totally a catch. It was totally a fucking catch.
I gotta
Did
be
you?
honest with you. The most memorable catch that probably ever happened for me was probably the Tyree catch.
Oh, the David Tyree helmet catch in the Super
Yeah.
Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's up
Yeah.
there.
Well, y'all already know my most memorable
Well,
catch.
actually,
My
that was
most
like.
memorable catch
Well,
is
actually, you
a
know what? I'm gonna put that number 2 behind Demarius Thomas burning
over
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're throwing
yeah, he
shots
loves
today.
that one. Yeah, nah, yeah, listen. No matter what, Southgate finds a
Carmen's most
way
memorable
to.
catch that ain't nobody seen.
God, I wish I knew Common back then.
It's always he finds a way to slip Tebow into the conversation or something, some way, somehow. Which is all well and good. Listen, that's all well and good. It's fine.
He was
It's
the
fine.
worst quarterback to ever win a playoff game.
Nah,
He threw one pass
Who's
the whole
worse?
game. He fucking threw one pass the whole game.
Who's worse, Common?
nah. Trent Dilfer and them were worse.
They'll go all day
Bro.
if we let them. We got to cut this off right now. They'll go all day fighting with each other.
Trent,
You're like
Trent Dilfer was
you're like
worse.
two grumpy old men. You know,
No,
like the
but
movie.
no, I mean, he actually won the game. Like the other teams, you could say the defenses won the game.
All right, Robert Mathau, we're gonna have to cap this right now.
Yeah,
All
well,
right,
like I
so
said, my most memorable
let's
catch
go to
is
another
Antonio
topic, or we'll
Holmes.
go all night on these two.
Nah,
All right, the other one
nah.
I was gonna say is,
Mine
you
should have
guys,
said
since we just had
Antonio.
that since we just had that snow game, right, with the Broncos and Patriots. You guys
Oh
remember the
yeah.
snow game where Calvin Johnson's whole face mask got filled with snow? I think it
Snow,
was against the Eagles.
yeah. Nah,
That
listen,
was the craziest snow game.
Southgate, tell me if you remember this game. Remember the dude cleaning the lines, moved the snow where the kicker was going to kick the ball for Buffalo?
Yes.
Remember that?
Didn't they have to do that in the Patriot game too?
Was it the Patriot game? Was it the Patriot or Buffalo? I can't remember. I just remember the dude. I can't remember the team.
I
remember
thought that was.
I remember the dude coming by in the machine to clean the line, and he
They had
goes
to
and
do it
makes.
for Vinatieri.
Yeah, he goes and makes it. He goes and makes a motherfucking little swoop right where the motherfucking kicker's gonna put the ball down there, and this keeps going, and it's like minus, like he's supposed to be doing that shit. Yo, that shit was so fucking funny,
Common,
dog.
that wasn't the Tuck Rule game.
Was it? Nah, it wasn't a Tuck Rule game, was it? Well, not when he cleaned the line not when he cleaned the line. They
But
bullies
wasn't
would
it
have whipped
snowing in the Tuck Rule game too?
Yeah, I think it was snowing
I
in the
think it
Tuck Rule game.
was.
Oh
But
yeah,
not
really
like
bad,
that.
really bad. It was snowing really
Yeah,
bad.
Common.
Yeah.
They cleaned off the field
Yeah.
for the Vinatieri winning kick after that.
But I don't
Yeah,
think
the
I
Vinatieri
don't think
kick.
that's.
Yeah, they
But
had
I don't
to.
think that's the one. I don't think that's the one when he. Is that the one when he drove? Well, when he cleared the snow where the holder was going to snap the ball?
Yeah, I think that's all the same game. That game was wild.
And the other one I think we'll never forget, guys, is when they actually stopped the game when Damar Hamlin actually died on the field.
Oh,
And
yo,
God, that was
Yeah, yo, that
that was a
wild,
crazy
bro.
joint, dog.
Yo, that was like what against the Cincinnati Bengals? That was supposed to be a good
Yeah,
fucking game.
that was Cincinnati. Yep, that was
That's the
Cincinnati
first.
and Buffalo.
Wait, correct me if I'm wrong. That's the first time they ever just canceled the game,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They just stopped
yes.
the game. I can never recall another game where they're just like, all right,
No.
we're stopping the game completely.
It's never
Oh
happened
no,
before.
no, I can't.
It's never happened because even the
No,
guys
it
were like,
did
no,
happen.
they'll keep going, and then they went and they took it to Scott
No,
Van
they
Pelt and
canceled.
RC, and RC was like, no, they better not play this. They better not play this. RC was like,
Yeah,
they
nah.
better stop this right now. He's like, NFL better stop this, and he was on that shit.
Yeah, it happened one other time. A game got stopped for lightning. A bolt of lightning hit the football field, and they stopped the game.
That's crazy.
I can't remember what game it was. I think it was in the 90s. A bolt of lightning hit the football field, and they stopped the game.
Yeah, I just try to like think back and look back at like some of those memorable moments that we've all seen where you're like, You'll never
Dude,
forget it. You know what I mean?
I'll
Yeah,
never forget
man.
this. So in 1993, and we had a flood out here in Kansas City, and it was the flood in '93. The river overflooded, and it
Yeah,
flooded
I
as big as.
remember that.
Well, during that flood from the rain, dude, was it was just sheets and sheets and sheets of rain, and I remember it just pouring through my basement, right? And we were watching this game, dude, and all you could see was Derek Thomas rushing through there and sacking the what's his face for Seattle, dude, just annihilating this dude. And then at the end of the game, here's this iconic photo of Derek Thomas sitting down on the field and in the middle of the pouring rain, just drenching him, dude. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that
And
game.
betters, I'm really not trying to throw shade, but I honestly will never forget when Romo bobbled the snap in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, against
Oh,
Seattle.
yo, I think I was
Hold,
with
hold up,
Betters when that
JB. I got
happened.
a moment for us, JB. Hold up, hold up.
I think I was with.
Since we were talking about OJ, I gotta bring this player up. Look, I'm not cool with any of the dog shit that he had going on, or
Oh
maybe
yeah.
didn't. And I don't want to get into all the dog shit, no pun intended. But Michael Vick,
Yo.
JB and I, when we were growing up, we had never seen a player as elusive as him. And then he ended up going to prison, right, JB? In the
Yeah.
day, and then he got out. And I don't know if you guys remember this Monday Night Football game, but it was
Yo.
Eagles
Tell him.
versus, at the time, Washington Redskins. And Michael Vick just got out of the pen. And he comes out here in the first half, JB. He threw for like 300 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Actually, wait, Bettis. He had 45 points in fantasy in the first half.
Yes. So what's funny is that year, Betters, myself, and one of our mutual friends were gonna do our yearly fantasy football, right? And we're getting ready to do our thing. And around that time, the commercial of the fantasy football was real hot around then, and that commercial, everybody's like, 5th pick, 6th round, who do you pick? And he's like, TJ, who's your mama?
Oh yeah,
And
JB ended up picking Michael Vick, who wasn't a starting quarterback, with his 6th pick in the fantasy football draft. And we were laughing at him.
Yo, I spaced out, like Kevin Spacey, dog. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, they're like, yo, it's your pick. And I'm like, Michael Vick. And they're like, what? And I'm like, oh, and they're like, no, he said it, it's in, lock it in, we're locking it in. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, fuck it, yeah, let's take it, let's roll. And then at that point, dude, all I had to do was start Michael Vick. I didn't have to start nobody else to win my fucking fantasy.
Hey, and since we're kind of going down this road, we can talk about Aaron Hernandez, Ray Rice. We can talk about
that. Dude, what would the NFL and what would the Ravens be if Ray Rice incident never happened, or at least he never got blackballed?
No, you want to know what I want to know?
What?
Is Ray Rice and Kareem Hunt did similar things, right?
Yeah, around the same, pretty close to the same time period.
I mean, it wasn't too far apart.
The difference was TMZ didn't have the footage of Kareem Hunt.
No, but I'm saying the Ray Rice one was worse, but you actually see the footage. But how old was Kareem Hunt when he did his?
A year.
How old, Jimmy?
Oh, how old was he?
Yeah.
It was his rookie season.
His rookie season. And how old was Ray Rice? 30, 29?
I think he was younger than that.
I think he was about 29. So what I'm saying is, I felt like Ray Rice never got a second chance because of his age.
And since we're on that subject, that kind of feeds into Kaepernick kneeling. That was a big fucking deal,
Yeah, that was a big deal.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that the other day when we were watching actually the Niners play last week. We watched the Niners play, and I was just thinking about that, like, how come, Kaepernick really never got given another shot? I mean, I get it, but in the same aspect,
hey, yo, listen, you know what the worst part is? You know the worst thing is about the Kaepernick thing, man? The worst part about the whole Kaepernick thing
Hmm.
was that his best friend or a very close friend of his that was a vet, that was a Desert Storm vet, not Desert Storm, the other one, the other Tony went over there.
Iraqi.
Yeah, the other Tony went over there. The other Tony. Anyway, he told him he was a Marine retirement, and he told him because Kaepernick wanted to sit down, and he said, "Nah, don't sit down. They'll find that disrespectful." He said, "Take a knee if you want to do so." He said, "Take a knee." He said, "That's not disrespectful." And everybody went crazy that he took a knee, and he got that advice from a vet. That
Yeah,
was
it's
that,
crazy.
The
that was
other
the
two,
most
the other two,
that was
I
the most diabolical thing about the whole.
But you know what,
thing.
Common, that was also around the time of Pat Tillman.
mean, and the other
Yeah.
two,
No.
the other two, I want to hit
Uh-uh.
on. I just want to hit on two more, and that's obviously Ronnie Lott cutting off his own finger during a
Oh
game.
yeah, I remember that.
I mean, we
remember
have to
that.
throw that in there, and then I don't know if you guys ever heard the Ray Caruth story. You guys ever
Yeah,
heard?
of course.
Yeah.
Who's that?
So Ray Caruth was a wide receiver for the Panthers, right? And he got his girlfriend knocked up, right? She was gonna have a baby, right?
Oh.
So he hired a hitman to
Wait,
kill her.
actually, wait, hold on. I don't mean to interrupt you, A-Train, but I actually watched the whole thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen to this, JB.
Okay.
He went to a hitman in Carolina, like a real thug hitman. And the guy's like, "I'm not unaliving a pregnant woman. Are you out of your mind?" He's like, "I'll give you 50, 100 grand, blah, blah, whatever you want." The guy's like, "I'm not doing that to a pregnant woman." Just at that time, she calls him and she starts going berserk. "Oh, you got to do it," blah, 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 screaming at him, going off. And Ray Caruth has her on speaker. And the guy hears what Ray Caruth is going through, how he's getting tortured. And when he hung up, the guy goes, "All right, I'll do it for the 100 grand."
Wild, wild ass story, huh?
That
That's
is
one of
wild.
the ones I'll never
And,
forget.
I'm gonna lighten
and
things up a little bit though, man.
thank God, his son ended up living.
Southgate, A-Train. You guys, I know you guys do remember this. I mean, I'm just thinking here, week 1, Broncos versus Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh my God.
Hail
Brandon
Mary to
Stokely.
Brandon
Oh
Stokely.
yeah.
JB
What a
and I
play.
were at this restaurant, and our buddy was a Broncos fan. He got up in his seat and started running around and everything.
Yeah, bro.
I mean,
Yo, we were at the Ameristar Casino, dog. This dude they have little touch screens in their booths. And we're sitting in a booth, and this dude just all of a sudden jumps up like in a crouched position and starts running in place on his booth, bro.
who was the Broncos quarterback then? Jake Plummer?
Yeah, no, it was Kyle Orton.
Kyle Orton.
That's right.
It was Kyle Orton, the fucking Brandon Stokely.
And I mean, some memorable things is obviously Theismann and Alex Smith, how they broke their legs in the same spot, same team. Like, that's one of those things that's just crazy to think about, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Never forget about that when Alex Smith went down with that nasty injury.
I actually seen Lawrence Taylor the other day on a video flipping out. Because someone said he couldn't play in today's NFL.
I mean, the 13-second game, that'll always live in my brain. That shit's crazy.
A-Train, you brought up that Rams and Titans Super Bowl. What about what got Tennessee there? The Music City Miracle. Wasn't it that year?
Oh, good pull. Good pull.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yeah, that's what got him there. That's what got him there.
It was like Frank Wycheck, I think, through that
Frank Wycheck,
lateral. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that was a legit lateral?
No, that was a full pass.
No, listen. Here's the thing. The ball was not thrown. The ball was not thrown laterally across. He turned his body and threw it, and Dyson reached behind him to catch it. Remember where he caught it? He caught it Remember, he reached behind him and turned his body behind him to catch it. That is what made it. That is what made it not a forward pass.
Comment.
Because the ball was not passed in front of him and where he caught it at. That is
I
why.
watched the video with you. He threw it from the 45. Dyson caught it on the 46 or 35,
No,
36.
no, he didn't. No, he didn't. We
That was
can
a
watch it
forward
again.
pass.
Oh,
It
here we
was
go.
not a forward pass.
And
Here we
Steve
go. Like two
McNair.
cranky old men.
Steve McNair was the quarterback then. I mean,
Yes, he was.
Bro, I
great,
loved
bro.
Air McNair, dude.
I had him on my
That
fantasy
dude was
team.
so gangster, bro.
I
Hey,
had
yo,
him on my
listen, that's
fantasy
another
team
one.
that year.
That's another one. His girlfriend unalived him.
Yep.
I
Yo,
know.
what
How
about
about
Sean Taylor, man?
yeah, Sean Taylor? I mean, we're trying to lighten things up because we went down a dark path there.
But then we just keep going back down that dark path. It's
Well,
inevitable.
actually,
It's inevitable. You know.
You guys
What
remember
about the
when Ben
Bills going 0
Watson?
for 4?
You guys remember when Ben Watson caught Champ Bailey at the 1 yard line on that pick
Yes.
six?
Yup.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yo, hold on. Southgate. Do you remember Testaverde
Oh,
came
man.
back? You remember when Testaverde came back 30-something, was it 30, 33 points on Monday night? Everybody had turned the game off. They thought it was over.
Yep.
In the second half, Testaverde came back and the Jets won the game. I think it was against Miami. I think it was against
That was the
Dolphins.
first Monday Night Miracle.
Or
Yeah,
when Sean Taylor lit up the punter in the All Star or in the Pro
Oh
Bowl?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
in the Pro Bowl game, yes.
Yeah, no, after that, the
Hey,
Pro
that's the
Bowl
reason why
game
they stopped
became,
doing the Pro Bowl.
no, after that, the Pro Bowl became flag football
Yeah. Yeah.
because of Sean Taylor.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I
that
just
kid
remember
Sean
Vinny
making
Taylor
sense.
was a
Testaverde playing
beast.
for the Cowboys there at the end of his career. He was like 45 years old, starting quarterback for
And
the
you,
Cowboys, and then we ended up getting Quincy Carter, and
Oh, Quincy.
yeah.
Marcel did not like Quincy at all.
you know what I hope we get again, boys, is another longest yard where we have like tons of ex athletes and just to do a movie again and shit. Because I'll always remember the longest yard with all of the former athletes in it. And it
Yeah.
was a good movie.
Hey, Betters. Hey,
What's
Betters. You remember? I know you gonna remember. I know you don't remember, but I know you probably seen it. Was Tony Dorsett's Monday night 99-yard scamper?
No,
You never
You
went back
never
and saw
seen
that?
that, Bettis?
I may have. I just can't remember
The
it off
longest
the top of
run
my
in
head.
football history?
It was the longest run in history until till recent. Derrick Henry and somebody else tied it, but it was the longest run in NFL
Yeah, it
history
can't be
for
beat.
years.
Monday Night Football night, he got the handoff on the 1 yard line, ran it 99
And
yards.
took off. He hit the hole and took off. Dog.
Yep.
He
I'm
just
gonna watch
took
the
off.
highlight right now, man.
Right up the
1980.
right side of the field.
Yeah, the two other ones I can think of right now is the gold jacket for Ocho Cinco. That'll be memorable.
Wait, do you guys remember Joe Namath drunk on Monday night?
Oh
Nuh-uh.
yeah, when he was talking to the room, he was talking to Pam. Was it Pam Oliver?
Pam Oliver,
No.
he was going, "You look very sexy tonight. Can I take you out?"
Yo, what?
Yeah, he
You don't
was
remember
slurring his
that?
words. He was slurring
No,
his
I'm not as
words.
old as you.
Oh my God! Bring up Joe Namath talking dirty to a reporter on Monday night.
Yo, Betters. Yo, you remember we always loved the watching this, especially like we would watch some fucking the games just to watch fucking Chris Berman's fastest 3
Oh
minutes.
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Remember the highlights that we fucking would watch just of Chris Berman and how he was like, you always want to go to one
Yo,
of the Blue
listen,
Jays game of year. You
Yeah,
gotta go
there's
guys,
get
nobody
guys,
like
you want
Chris
to hear
Berman.
something
He's the GOAT.
crazy? Okay.
He says, you got to go get them duh-duhs. They call them duh-duhs.
Wait, hold on. If you want to hear something crazy, okay,
No, right.
in the late 70s, early 80s, with the Baltimore Orioles, there was a manager named Earl Weaver. Common, do you remember him?
Yeah.
Okay. The Baltimore Orioles wanted him to do a show after the game called Coach's Corner. And it was actually, that's what it was called, Common Coach's
Wow.
Corner.
Yeah.
Okay. Earl Weaver didn't want to do it. They forced it into his contract. Okay. They said, so what do you think about bringing so and so, into the they said the player's name, into the lineup. He goes, well, so and so was a piece of shit sitting home, and he was a scumbag that we thought we could give money for 9 innings to sit on the bench, and he can get up there and hit a home run like any of those big cocksuckers. And he was cursing like that. And then he goes, Nancy from Baltimore wants to know why you don't bring in the reliever. He goes, tell Nancy I'm the manager to mind the business and worry about where she's getting her next cock from. And the guy went, okay, and that's it
Jeez,
from
Southgate.
Coach's Corner. You can Google that right now. It's nothing like you've never heard, okay? You will be hysterical laughing.
All right, we're gonna change the subject. All right, I'm gonna go with 2 other that are actually football, Southgate. I'm gonna go with Michael Crabtree. 2 memorable plays, right? Talib ripping his chain off, right? And then that's what you get for putting a mediocre wide receiver on me.
There's actually oh no, I'm sorry, that was J.J.
Richard
Stokes.
Sherman.
Yeah, Sherman.
No, I was thinking about
Dude,
Romanowski
I used to-
in J.J. Stokes' face.
But it was Crabtree he locked
Dude,
down on that game.
Romanowski would always pick out, and we had the biggest problem. This is why the Broncos ended up, I think it was the Broncos, whichever one, the Broncos or the Raiders, he flipped to. This is why they ended up getting Romanowski, was to stop fucking Tony Gonzalez, because he gave Tony Gonzalez a fucking headache. Bill Romanowski would pick out Tony Gonzalez. He'd be like, I'm going to be in your head all night. He would go at him, dude. Curse at him. He would throw racial slurs at him. Tony was like, "Yo, man, that was the worst. That was the hardest out of everybody." He said that was the hardest competition that he had.
Full-out fist fight in the locker room, right?
Yeah, Romo. I mean, he's madly hated. I did love his work in The Longest Yard, though. He played a great role in The Longest Yard. He plays a great bad guy.
Hey, JB.
Yeah.
Dante Culpepper, Randy Moss. I mean, when JB and I were out there playing scrimmage games, we would mimic those guys. I was Dante Culpepper. He was Randy Moss. But a memorable moment that I have is that Thanksgiving Day game against Dallas, obviously, where Randy Moss had like 300 yards, 3 receptions, and 3 touchdowns. It was wild.
Yeah. That's why he's one of the GOATs.
I'll never forget that Sunday game. Common, you remember this? Owens had like 26 receptions, 294 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Wait a minute, say those numbers again.
He had like 26 receptions, 294 yards, and like 4 touchdowns.
Was that Flipper Anderson?
He was with San Fran at the time.
I'm gonna throw an honorable catch out there. Do you guys remember?
I don't remember that one. I don't remember that. I remember when Don Beebe went crazy. I think he was on Green Bay at the time. Don Beebe went crazy on Monday night for like 250.
What was your memorable catch, right?
Do you remember Antonio Freeman on Monday Night Football making that crazy ass catch off the
ground?
ground?
Yeah, for the Packers.
The catch that never hit the ground. The ball never.
That shit was so crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that was like what's his face? For Seattle. Remember that catch he made?
With wait,
Wilson?
Actually, do you remember Bo Jackson running over Bosworth on Monday night?
Oh, absolutely, dog. What? Hell yeah.
The whole country was waiting for that matchup.
And then one you guys always bring up, the Elway Montana.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah,
oh,
we always talk about that one.
Monday night, that was just one of the most... That was one... Yo, if you want to watch artistry, if you just want to watch pure, I'm talking about pure artistry at the quarterback position, go watch that game. Just go watch that game, dog. Like that game, Hey, and I always say this: if you watch the game in its entirety, right, there's a point when Montana gets the ball, and I think he gets his first. I think he gets his first down on the drive on that last game-winning drive, and the camera goes to John Elway, and I swear, you look at John Elway's face, and his whole facial expression, is like, man, this motherfucker's going to go down here and score. Like he just knows Montana's going to go down here and score, and he's mad.
Well, the
as
thing,
hell
what it
he
was
can't do
is,
nothing about it.
what it was is, okay, Common is that Elway did it to Kansas City all the time, bro. Elway would go down, he'd get the ball, Chiefs would be up, Schottenheimer stop him, whatever, go down, score, Chiefs go up, and then they get the ball back, and Denver would go down, and they'd have a minute and a half, minute 42, 2 minutes.
You cut out there, JB. Look, I just got to bring up Peyton Manning about, when he was with Denver, about how unstoppable he was during that time, man.
Yeah, hey, listen.
Who caught the record tying touchdown, AJ?
I'm about to say another.
I think it was Julius Thomas. No,
No, it was Demarius.
oh, one of the Thomases. I knew it was one of the Thomases.
Yeah, I know. Edgerrin James was a huge part of his success, and people don't put enough respect on that man's name. Edgerrin James was a monster.
Edgerrin James does not get remembered enough.
Was he with the Cardinals before that, Coach, or after?
Nah. He went to the Cardinals after. He went to the Cardinals after, and what's so crazy is Tony Dungy got him a ring. Because the year after he left was the year they won their first ring. So Tony Dungy got him a ring. Because he had put in all that work all them years. And then the year he leaves, they get the ring. So I thought that was real,
Who replaced him at running back?
Wasn't it Jadai?
I'm thinking so, but I'm not sure.
Because I think what it was,
ADAI, Joseph Adai.
Joseph Adai, yeah. I think it was his age was why they didn't re-sign him. I think at the time he probably would have wanted. He would have wanted. He was eligible for a certain amount of money, so they let him go.
What about memorable coaches interviews? You guys remember playoff?
Oh, nothing will ever top playoffs with Jim Mora.
I don't know. I like the one with Green. The Bears are who we thought they were. They're who we thought they were. The Bears are who we thought they were.
Yo, and we let him off the hook. And we had him. And we let him off the hook.
Or you guys remember we can't win with this guy. The Vernon Davis can't win with this guy.
No. Remember, you play to win the game. Herman Moore. Not Herman Moore. What's his name? The coach.
Herman Edwards.
Herman Edwards. Yeah. You play to win the game. They asked me, you play to win the game.
A point in time that I loved, man, I never seen anything like it, was that Wildcat offense that Ricky Williams
and Ronnie
Brown ran, man. And they beat the Patriots that first game. I think that they
Ronnie Brown had 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, they couldn't stop it.
And the Patriots were good. Nobody expected the Dolphins to win that game.
Nah, not at all. Not even a little bit.
And they put up 35 points on with the Paul Prince.
What about that Stafford highlight where he fucking dislocated his shoulder?
Oh, yeah, against Cleveland. He's like, if you need me to throw the ball, I'll throw the ball. He was mic'd up.
Yep, remember that?
Yeah.
And then same with Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers tore his ACL, right? And
remember Chris Sims playing with the ruptured spleen?
Oh, yeah, but that's Chris Sims. What kind of pull is that?
He still balled out that one game.
We're not glazing Chris Sims. Stop.
He was bleeding internally.
Oh, my God, this guy. Chris Sims.
Threw for 300.
This guy pulls Chris Sims.
Coughing up blood.
I don't know if y'all remember the Monday Night Football game with the Cowboys. I don't even know who it was against, but Romo threw like 6 interceptions, and the Cowboys still won.
Oh, yeah, I remember that game.
The butt fumble.
The butt fumble's memorable. There you go. That's a good pull.
Oh, it was Bills versus Cowboys Monday
It was
night.
Bills, Cowboys. That's who it was. Okay.
5 interceptions, and the Cowboys still won. It was crazy. We had to get like an onside kick and all types of shit.
Crazy. Man, we hit on a lot of good moments through the years.
Yeah, we did. We did. I think we can call that a session, guys, and
Yeah, that was a good one.
maybe run it back sometime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yo,
we do it.
it's great to go down memory lane like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time maybe we can see if we can get some I can get some clips. It won't be maybe exactly what we're talking about, but I can get some clips done. We can throw some clips in a certain way so it doesn't.
Well, we got a list of them now. You got a list on record now.
Yeah.
That is. Please tell me you watched the Tony Dorsett run.
I did. Yeah, that was savage, dude.
He said, please.
I did it. Yeah, I watched it, man.
Remember BB slapping the ball away from Leon Lett in the Super Bowl?
That's what I brought up to betters when he decided to trash my Broncos.
That was crazy.
Leon Lett has like 3 plays like that, don't he?
Yeah, he has a couple bonehead moments. Great player, but a little boneheadish. One more thing. Brian Bosworth. You know, he had those mohawks he used to sell. And on the other side of the thing, he used to sell merch that said, I hate Bosworth.
Oh, that's a good pull. That's a good one. So,
And do you know why he did that?
He was trolling someone, right?
No, he did it to make as much money as he could because he went to a private doctor before the draft.
Right.
And they told him from years of tackling people that his arthritis in his shoulders, he had the shoulders of a 55-year-old man. And nobody knew that. He knew his NFL career was going to be very short. He couldn't take the shoulder pain, so he got in charge of all his own merchandising.
Crazy.
Well, hey, shout out to the sponsors: BetUS, MyBookie.ag, Walmart.com, Open Goal, the MLB and NFL Pro Shops, and W Energy Drinks. All right, guys. Thanks for sharing those stories. It was nice talking with you guys, and I'll catch you guys later.
All right, Thomas, next time I'll bring the Demaryius Thomas clip for you.
Oh, no problem. I'll bring the clip we beat y'all 34-17 and went on with the Super Bowl.
I don't remember that.
All right, take care, guys.
See you later.
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.